This is TPL Media Local, The Sioux. Hi, I'm Mike, and this, of course, Brady Wedham. Thanks for joining me, Brady.
How are you, my friend?
Good. Well, look at this. Finally, the weather is starting to turn, and people are starting to head outdoors. Thank goodness. I mean, as you make your way through Northern Ontario, outdoors is part of the lifestyle, but even more so now as we head into summer. I thought we might take a minute to talk about camping in Northern Ontario.
Oh, I love camping, and I love Northern Ontario. If anybody hasn't traveled to Northern Ontario, you are missing out. It is a beautiful countryside and one of the nicest parts of the entire country.
It's almost the iconic, aside from the Rockies, it's almost the iconic Canadian thing. Yes, you've got Peggy's Cove in the east, you've got but really Northern Ontario is the rugged wilderness that the rest of the world envisions when they think of Canada. The lakes, the wildlife, these temperate forests that have been there for centuries, eons, millions of years in some cases. It is a beautiful thing to get in touch with. Camping's a good way to do that.
If Sasquatch was alive, he'd probably be in Northern Ontario.
What do you mean if?
Well, that's for a completely different show, Mike. But if you're camping, check out Northern Ontario, but keep on the lookout for Sasquatches.
I thought that what we might do is give a couple of reviews on some of the camping opportunities.
Yep.
If you've got regulars that you visit on a yearly basis, you might want to expand into some other really nice parks out there. Lake Superior Provincial Park, of course, is the standby. Massive Lake Superior beaches.
Lots of cliffs.
It's just a beautiful, and by the way, one of the most dramatic sunset photo opportunities you'll find anywhere in Canada. It's like an absolute Northern Ontario classic. Sleeping Giant Provincial Park.
Beautiful place.
Have you been to this?
I have, and it's got one of the nicest peninsulas you will ever see in your life.
I have never been there. I want to check it out. It says on the review, I like this, jaw-dropping views over Lake Superior that feel almost unreal.
No, they are. They're like paintings. They're like those old oil paintings you see in the dentist's office. You're like, that's not real. There couldn't be a place as beautiful as that.
Here it is.
Sleeping Giant Provincial Park.
Nays Provincial Park. Sandy beaches galore. That's the review that everybody gives. Once again, I haven't been, but it certainly should be on my list. I think it should be on yours too.
It's a healthy mix of beaches and wildlife. Like there's a lot of trails. There's a lot of different things to do there. So it is like a very open park to how you want to experience it. It's not just beaches. It's not just trails. You get a little bit of everything.
You can take a day off from trail walking and just sit on the beach, soak in the water. Killarney Provincial Park, of course, a Canadian classic. So the quartzite cliffs, I think, are the key.
White quartz is beautiful. Like, it's one of the most beautiful stones that you're going to find in Northern Ontario. Anytime that you're tilling ground or anything like that, you'll see old limestone, old white quartzites. It's beautiful. I love white quartz.
I know this as a photographer, and it shows up in the review. And I put a little review that I read from each of these, from real people. But this one I really liked. It says, legendary canoe routes. Killarney is a bucket list campground for paddlers and photographers.
It really is. If you're a photographer and you've never been to Killarney, get in the car and go now.
I would take that advice. Let's go.
Yep.
We'll finish this first. Rainbow Falls Provincial Park, once again on my list. This is all waterfalls. I think this is where the experience of waterfalls comes to life here in Northern Ontario.
It's a waterfront-based park, so you're going to see a lot of different things, like a lot of water sports, a lot of water slides, things like that. This is a great place to be. Rainbow Falls has always been one of those things since I was probably about 10, 15 years now. I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't been, so this is definitely a place we need to go.
Apparently, this is like sort of the magic moment, magic evenings, magic mornings, where the light is just perfect over the water.
Pink sunsets, my friend. Pink and purple sunsets.
Pakaskwa National Park. This is the only real wilderness national park in Ontario.
If you go out there, make sure you bring a friend.
I see. Okay.
Because you might run into Sasquatch.
I don't know if Sasquatch is what you'll run into, but the one thing for sure about this, the photographs I see the most are the suspension bridges over some spectacular water.
Coastlines.
Riverways. Just absolutely stunning.
You go there just for the coastlines alone.
Now, Brady, I think it would be probably a good idea based on reports from all of the environmental reporting agencies, the OPP. Some of the rules that we should probably mention just in case. I mean, most campers, I think, are good, but you've got to be careful with some of the rules out there.
And we have a lot of new campers this year. So travel is a lot of people are limiting their travel to just Canada. And they're going to go see parts of Canada that they normally haven't seen. So if you're going up north, there's a few things that you need to kind of keep in mind when you're going up there and you're doing any sort of camping or hiking trip. Never leave a campfire unattended. And I don't think that needs to be said, but let's at least say it out loud, just in case there is a person out there that doesn't know this rule, even for a minute.
No,
the reason
because
why
wind picks up.
Yes, wind within seconds picks up, and it can take the whole forest out. So keep an eye on your campfires. You need to drown them completely with water. Stir around the ashes, drown them again. Things like that. If you take these preemptive measures, we're never going to hear about these horror stories that we have in Northern Ontario with wildfires over the past couple of years.
Also, keep an eye on the ban in effect. There's signs up most of the places where you're going to camp that will tell you whether there's a fire ban in effect. And in fact, you might find that there's a lot of that now. We've had some serious issues across Canada.
What do you know about bears?
I don't know enough. Well, that you've just made me realize, Brady, I don't know enough about bears.
Well, you need to give yourself a little bit of a bear education before you go up camping in Northern
Ontario. Necessities, as it were?
The bear necessities. And one of those necessities is keep all of your food locked up.
Okay.
Everything. It's not just bears. It's raccoons. It's foxes. You name it.
How do you recommend?
You need to put it in smell-proof containers and either hang them high or put them in with lock cases. Actually lock your food up. This isn't as easy as just putting a cooler off to the side. This wildlife is very smart, and they're very used to people showing up with these buffets a couple times a year. So
I thought it was interesting. I saw footage of somebody who thought it'd be clever to keep their food in the car. And it didn't take much for the bear to push on that windshield and get in that car, let me tell you.
And going back to
would have been better just to leave the cases out of the car.
Yeah.
Take the food, bye-bye.
They're going to roll your car trying to get it, right?
Yeah, they were very adamant.
Going back to campfires for a second, what do you know about burning cans, plastic, and garbage?
Well, it's a hell of a mess, Brady. That's what I feel.
Well, here's the thing. Use the actual recycle containers because burning these things is bad not only for the environment, it's bad to breathe it in, but it's bad for the wildlife out there as well.
Absolutely. One of the things that I thought was also that must be reminded, and especially in a province that just extended where you can drink in a campground, let's remember to be respectful of others, quiet, let everybody enjoy the camping experience, but certainly make sure that you keep yourself safe in the process.
Avoid parking on tall grass.
That's another one that came up from the OPP and from the Fire Chiefs Association. Why?
And this isn't a known thing like putting out your campfire and having to actually make sure that it's out. This is one of those things that you don't really even think about. That your exhaust is so hot from traveling to that campsite. If you park on grass, there's a good chance that you're actually creating combustion.
So you could actually set that.
You could set this whole place up on
dry
fire.
grass up.
Yeah. So make sure that you're parked on very low grass, if not gravel.
Okay. All good advice. Brady, I don't know if you know this. Camping has undergone some changes.
It has.
I mean, some dramatic changes.
What do you mean? I thought it's just more of awareness, like we were talking about.
Well, that's awareness. But I think there's some things that you need to become aware of that are now taking place in camping. And I thought I'd share a couple of these different ways to camp.
I can only imagine what you have here. Usually when you have that smirk on your face, it's leading to trouble afterwards.
What about this campsites dedicated to TikTok? What do you think of that idea?
Get out of here. We're doing this now. Influencer campsites.
Yeah, campgrounds are literally building Instagram swings overlooking lakes, neon lit tents, panoramic windows for selfies, aesthetic hammocks. And content corners for influencers.
So they're turning our campgrounds into like rehab centers, like luxury rehab centers is what it sounds like.
Yeah, don't worry, we have that as well. There's digital detox camping with full Wi-Fi. This is the equivalent to ordering Diet Coke with a 3,000 calorie meal, okay? So people are paying hundreds of dollars to disconnect from technology while simultaneously demanding charging stations, streaming projectors, Bluetooth fire pits, drone launch pads, and portable movie screens. So this really is.
This isn't a detox.
It's a special time in camping, but there's some cool ones as well.
Okay, give me a cool.
How about this Cowboy Core. You know what that is?
No.
Wow, man, this is like heritage camping. Camping trends are going weirdly nostalgic. People are now planning Route 66 camping trips.
That's fun.
Retro enamel cookware aesthetics are finding their way onto the campsite. Remember those?
I've been watching the thrift stores getting cleared out of all that stuff.
Vintage lantern setups. Now everybody wants to get their
Oil lanterns.
You got it. People, please be careful of your oil lanterns on the campsite.
Yeah, keep a bucket of water around.
And now everywhere, I don't know if you've seen this, cowboy coffee. How to make cowboy coffee. So there is an element of society out there that really does want to claw back the frontier and live it.
And then you
on a
see
weekend.
me out there with my French press.
Yeah, that's fancy stuff. You might be good for wellness camping. Camping used to be, coolers full of beer.
Yeah.
And burgers. No. How about forest yoga? Like to do the forest yoga?
I would do forest yoga as long as, like I said, I wonder if the teacher is Sasquatch.
I like this one. Sound bath meditation tents.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, you know what that is in my history and the heritage element of all of this for camping in Canada? That's when it rains on top of your tent. How about cold plunges? Every lake in Canada. I don't know what we're talking about here. Outdoor therapy sessions.
I think the cold plunge is a great idea.
Oh, it's very good for you.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the last one there?
Outdoor therapy sessions. Imagine not having to sit in an office or on the other end of a video call, but you're actually out there having a conversation ear to ear.
You've been part of production teams. There's always a retreat, a writing retreat, things like
true.
that. This is usually how that's done.
And of course, moonlight breathwork circles. I want you to go back in our history here at TPL and take a look at our breathwork.
Shouts out to Jake Breathe.
Very, very good episode for your health. This is another one. Tiny house, yurt, dome, and UFO camping. Yeah, so you got geodesic. Is that how you say that, producer Nick? Geodesic domes, tree houses. That's cool. Luxury yurts.
Bob Lazar giving speeches.
Converted grain silos.
Oh, this sounds fantastic.
Floating cabins. There's your UFO. Transparent bubble tents for stargazing. It's like you could camp anywhere but a tent now. This caught my attention.
I love that idea.
I want to share with you one thing before we go. It's a comment that somebody made as I made my deep dive down the camping rabbit hole doing this episode. He says, camping used to mean escaping civilization. Now it means bringing civilization into the woods. One ring light at a time, one viral post at a time. Happy camping, Sault Ste. Marie.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, Brady.
Thanks, man.